Today on the channel, we've got the Big Bad Toy Store Axe Battler Golden Axe exclusive.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Storm Collectibles unboxing and review. And today, from the Golden Axe line, we've got the Axe Battler Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. And of course, for all your Axe Battler needs and everything else Golden Axe, make sure you hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. And that's exactly what I did. Is Golden Axe is one of those video games from my childhood that I absolutely loved. I played it like crazy. I had a local gas station down the street from me that had always had a couple of arcade games they'd switch in and out, and I played a lot of Golden Axe there. I also played it, of course, in my old Sega days. So I had a lot of fun times playing Golden Axe, and I got that kind of retro Sega Genesis that you can get, you connect to your TV. The kids and I, we play a lot of Golden Axe from time to time. So Golden Axe is one of the video game franchises I always enjoyed. So it's very cool in this day and age to get action figures based on Golden Axe. And I always felt like I was the only one that knew what Golden Axe was. I know that's not true, but in a lot of my circles, there wasn't a ton of Golden Axe fans. So after all these years, to get a toy line, man, sign me up all day long. And we do know they have been beating us over the head with a lot of repaints and stuff, a lot of different skeletons in this line. And I do have a lot more Golden Axe figures to unbox. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell, as we'll have some more Golden Axe content in the future. But of course, one thing that slowed me getting into the line, as this line's been out for over a year now, was I kept playing the long game on the Axe Battler, and he did finally go out of stock, and I missed my chance. He rose in price, and I said, maybe a Golden Axe isn't for me. But that's when old Big Bad Toy Store, they swooped in. They've re-released the Axe Battler in a deluxe pack as a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. I said, man, this is my chance. And after that, I've went all in. I've been getting everybody else that you'll see here shortly on the channel. So I'm very happy Big Bad Toy Store came with a different version in a deluxe box like this with some extra skeletons, a dragon. There's a lot to unpack here. And of course, we're going to unpack it all like we normally do here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So Storm Collectibles, I do get their Street Fighter, their Mortal Kombat, Jushin Thunder Liger, Hulk Hogan. I've got a lot of Storm Collectible figures. Now we're adding Golden Axe to the mix. Skeletons, Golden Axe, of course, Axe Battler, quite the name on him. Big window there. Storm Collectibles, I think 99% of the people probably open these up, or they're just disappointed with the packaging if you don't open them up, because that cellophane over the front, it just blocks the figures. It just doesn't feel as fun in the package as some of the other figures we have, at least in my opinion. On the side, you get the whole set here. This is what we're going to be unboxing today. You got that exact same thing on the other side, and on the back, you also got that same thing on the back as well. So a lot going on, like the skulls in the background. And like I said, Storm Collectibles, fantastic figures. I would love to see them do more wrestling figures in the future. They do enough to be dangerous, but I would love a line. I would love a Storm Collectibles Legion of Doom Road Warriors. I think they would do awesome figures of those. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get lucky. That'll happen. What do we got here? I always do love these little insert cards. Sometimes I do miss them. I forget they're in here, but you got a little Axe Battler, a little Golden Axe background there you can put on your shelf. So that is fairly cool. So make note of that in the packaging. I'll probably save the packaging on this. See you later off to the side. Just because it's such a deluxe package, you want to be able to keep all this stuff good. Man, what do we got going on here? We got all kinds of stuff. So we got a stand here that you got to put together. Now, we've seen these Storm Sands with the E Honda figure and things. I won't drain that as part of the review here, but holy cow, we got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to pull that off, and I should have probably kept that on if we're going to do a plastic prison, if we're going to do it justice without everything falling apart. But look at that dragon. How awesome is that? That is so cool. So cool. So I can't wait to pull him out. So we'll get that off there. What do we got here? We got the two skeletons, skeleton hands, sword, and of course the Axe Battler. The main event, the star of the show, some might say. I was always a fan of being the Axe Battler. That's who I was always. I guess if you played Golden Axe, who are you? Let me know in the comments who you like to play as. Man, this is a lot of packaging. A lot of packaging. See you later off to the side. Oh, a little cellophane over the back. See you later. There it goes. Why not? Gonna get some of this stuff out. Oh my goodness. We have so many hands here for these skeletons. I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it all day long, and I guess we're going to start with the skeletons. See you later. There it goes. We'll start with the skeletons before we jump into everybody else here. So skeletons, we've got hands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 extra sets of hands. Skeletons are ready to go. They have their fists on them, but then you got all kinds of different open hands and things like that. So not going to bust through all these, but any hand you want, man, they're right there for you. We also get shields. Very cool skeleton shields for these guys. 2 of the exact same shields. But nice weathering to these. They do have a good look to them. I'm here for that all day long too, because you always need, if you're a skeleton, I mean, you're a skeleton. You need to protect yourself, and you need a shield. So we got 2 of those. And then we get 2 swords for the skeletons as well. Nice black handle on them, gold around the top, and then a nice gold blade to them with some darkness on the edges. Looks really good with the gold handle at the very bottom. So these skeletons, they're not messing around, and I'm just going to grab one since they are identical skeletons, and it seems like the Storm figures that come with skeletons, we always come in packs of 2, so I'm okay with that. Got a nice little styrofoam piece right in the chest. I might have to use this to help pull it out. There we go. Pull it out there. We got a little styrofoam piece to protect the chest cavity because, of course, it is hollow like a skeleton. But it's a fully articulated skeleton, which I think is really cool. And once again, like a lot of toy lines, you could get all kinds of reuse out of this. You could put this with your G.I. Joe. We all remember that episode of the G.I. Joe animated series, Marvel Legends. You could put this with a lot of different things. Or, of course, keep it with the Storm Collectibles. But a very detailed skeleton here, all the way down to the cracks in the skull on this guy. The skull's mouth is articulated. That is a really cool feature there. Deep set eyes like a skull would have. Got a big old rib cage. You can see the spine. You even got articulation at the middle of the spine. That is awesome articulation right there. So very, very articulated. You do get the elbows, and then the hands, of course, are removable. We got 2 fists on coming standard on him. This skeleton's ready to throw some ham bones, mostly likely on the bone part, of course. Then you get down to the pelvis area. Looking good, and of course you got the hip articulation, you got the knee articulation, and then you got the ankle articulation. No chance he's going to fit in a stand as he does not have peg holes, but man, this is a very, very cool looking skeleton. Man, I'm here for this all day long. You give him his sword, you give him his shield, he's ready to go, he's ready to battle. A very cool feature, and like I said, there's probably like 5 different 2-packs of skeletons. I may go down that road, I might just be happy with these. I'll have to let time answer that question for me. Now we're going to turn our attention to the Axe Battler here. Man, he looks pretty good. Let me get his accessories out. Let me just dump this guy out and all this stuff first. We'll do that. Oh boy. Always got to be careful. Off to the side. See you later. Alright, the Axe Battler, once again, he comes with a good amount of hands. With him, as we would assume he would, the Storm Collectibles, they come with all kinds of hands. So you get flayed out hands. You get kind of shaking hands, I guess, almost like shaking a hand. Then you get gripping hands, and then he comes ready to fight as well with 2-fisted hands, so I like that a whole lot. Then we get his iconic sword. You can't have the Axe Battler without a sword. You think it would be an axe, but no, it's a sword. But nice gold sculpting and decor right there on the blade. Nice silver blade going up to the point. Got the handles here that are good. The gold grip looks really nice, and the silver at the end to just top it off. Beautiful, beautiful sword here for the old Axe Battler. Now we get down to business. Once again, no holes in the feet, so he's not fitting on a stand. Definitely Storm Collectibles quality here. It definitely reminds me of a Mortal Kombat figure, Street Fighter figure, things like that. The head sculpt, I'm trying to think who this reminds me of. It reminds me of somebody, I just can't place it right now. Kind of a little Kevin Sorbo, a little bit of Kevin Sorbo, Hercules back in the day. But absolutely cool figure for sure. Definitely big, bulky, muscled up He-Man, Conan the Barbarian, Arnold Schwarzenegger type is what this is. The biggest gripe I have with this figure, and it's really with all Storm figures, is the elbow joint here. It looks very mechanical, and it always does look that way in any of their figure lines, but you can move the arm to kind of block that. But that's the worst part of the articulation for me with Storm figures. Besides that, everything looks good. Good head sculpt here. Nice flowing locks right out of the 80s, of course. Or 2022. There we go. But he does have a nice necklace here that is a separate piece, so you got to be careful if you pop the head off. That separate piece necklace, don't lose that. You got the butterfly shoulders, a lot of articulation there. Big ripped up chest cavity. I mean, this is a guy that really works out, or just kills a lot of skeletons and things, and that's his workout. But he does look really good. Articulation wise, really good in the elbows. Like I said, that does catch my eye, and I don't like that. You do get the painted forearm guards here, the little silver there. Hands, of course, removable with the ball joint at the hands. Looking good. You do get waist articulation, no thigh articulation, but you do get the double jointed knees. You do not get a boot cut, but you do get ankle articulation. And he does come with an extra head, so I think I like the stock head better. It's more standard, where this is gritting his teeth, ready to throw down, ready to fight version here. I think I like the standard version better, but still a good head either way. You got to have it. I like the choose your own head adventure with the Axe Battler here. But very, very good. I mean, he's down to just his blue. He's just got his blue boots on and his blue trunks, and he's ready to take on the world is what he's got going on right there. But a very, very cool, imposing figure for sure. A little comparison of height. I guess we could do that real quick with some other Storm collectible figures. How about E Honda from Street Fighter right there next to him? So you can kind of see how that looks. And then Jushin Thunder Liger, one of the many Jushin Thunder Ligers. So Liger a lot smaller, as he should be. He's a littler guy compared to these two. But some of the scale there, I guess you'd say. I do have a Mattel Elite right here. You can see Dynamite Kid right next to him, so you know a Mattel Elite size. Or I got Omos, the basic. You can see how he towers over everybody. So we got a little height comparison early on here in the video, but I don't think he can really mix a whole lot with a lot of different lines, but you can do whatever you want. It's your collection. Go for it if you want to. Now we turn our attention to this dragon, and this dragon is pretty cool. We're going to see this again, I believe, in another unboxing of Golden Axe, but I think it'll be a blue color if I'm not mistaken, but we'll get to that. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. But we've got the interesting dragon. Of course, he does have a tail. Hopefully this pops in fairly easy. Might have to heat this bad boy up is my guess, and we could do that for the glamour shots. But the tail is a separate piece. Makes sense too, because the packaging would be too big if it was not a separate piece. But trying to get that guy lined. Oh, I got it. What do you know? So you didn't have to heat it up. Not a ton of movement. Not a ton of movement at all. A little side to side, but not a whole lot. But it also works kind of as a tripod for him. As you can imagine, he is very, very top heavy. But how cool is it to get a dragon like this? Let's start with the head. Let's break this guy down a little bit. Got two big old horns going on. Nice yellow eyes with the black pupils. Fiery. It's a very fiery red dragon in the face. Got nice white teeth. Unfortunately, there is no articulation at the mouth. That is a bit of a miss. I'd love to see this thing open up, close up. That would be really cool. But you do get a lot of head movement up and down, side to side. Of course, we know we ride these in the game, of course. Always fun to ride a creature in any game, especially in Golden Axe. But you do get that. You do get some turn at the neck, so you can turn side to side. You do got the, what are these? Not the leash. What are these things called? They have them for horses. The reins. How about the reins? We got the reins right here. Nice brown, very leather-esque feel to them, wrapped around his face. That way you can, make sure you're steering him in the right direction. But it looks really good. You get, of course, the piping down the middle of the underbelly of the dragon. That looks really good. Articulated hands on this one as I knock one hand right off as it goes flying. That's one thing, too, I forgot to mention. Storm Collectibles hands, they don't have a deep stick in there. They don't go way into the peg, so they do knock off fairly easy if you're moving articulation from time to time. That is another gripe I have. But you get good arms on this guy. You can articulate and move them. You got elbow articulation. You got knee articulation on him. You got the boot cut, and you also got ankle and foot articulation on this one to make McFarlane proud. But very good looking dragon here. Of course, you do get a little fire. You can stick that in his mouth, I believe. You might have to work it in there. There we go. Well, wait, did we get some articulation at the mouth? We did. It was just stuck. It was stuck. So my dreams come true right here live on camera. But you can't stick that in his mouth like he's breathing the fire. That is neat as well. Love that all day long. I didn't talk about the saddle. You got the foot pegs down here for the saddle. He can hop in. I guess it's time for the Axe Battler to ride along. He's going to hop on this. Quite the pack here. A lot going on. When you get the skeletons, you get the Axe Battler, you get the dragon. I mean, there is a lot going on here. It is a little strange, though. He is a little bit big for this guy. It does look a little strange. Almost feels like the dragon should maybe be a hair bigger in scale, but these weren't massive dragons either in the game, if you guys remember. But this looks okay. This will display real well. I don't think I'm going to display him riding the dragon. I'll probably have him standing beside it. But, you know, you never know. I might mix it up, might change some things. But it looks very, very good. And then, of course, you can put the skeleton right next to him, and you can see kind of that height comparison, very much smaller. These guys were the easy ones to kill in the game, of course. And we do have the Death Adder. I believe that's how you say it. We will unbox him on the channel as well. So we got a lot of Golden Axe stuff to talk about here in the next... I don't know. Depending if you're on Patreon, you'll get these videos a lot earlier is my guess. But looks really cool, man. I'm here for this. I'm really glad they re-released this at Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not a big fan of re-releases. I understand why they do it because, hey, guess what? It's a business. People missed out. Companies want to make as much money as possible. I totally get that. But in this instance, I'm very happy this happened. And like I said, you can go to Big Bad Toy Store. I think he is still available. Don't quote me on that as of this video, but definitely worth a pickup. And as we see with a lot of these Storm figures, they always go up in value. And if you're going to collect Golden Axe, you can't not have the Axe Battler. He's like kind of the main character, so you got to have him. So check him out if you need to. Link in the description below. Let me know your thoughts on Golden Axe. Let me know your thoughts on these figures. Pick up, pass. Did you know about them? Not for you. Whatever you want to talk about in the comments, really. Don't forget to like this video. You made it this far. You might as well. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Follow along on Patreon, like I said, for this video. Many other videos much earlier. Bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways. You name it over there on the Patreon. Once again, link in the description below. And then follow along for all the fun on SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for a little Golden Axe magic, I'm Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.